Hello world, Wendy from Cali here, back with another mixed Manny chat. I might be sounding weird because I put on a face peel mask, which probably was not a good idea to do before doing a Manny, but you know, whatever. I wanted to put it on and do some self-care today, and so I'm waiting until I'm done with this video and my nails are cured before I peel it off, which might be longer than it should be on my face, but we're doing it anyways. But if you're part of my Facebook group, you'll see a picture of it. Today we are doing a mix of Maple Moment and Macaron. And it's because I want to do Feeling Festive and don't forget the overlay. I know that I probably should have waited till the week of Thanksgiving to do this, but I thought I'll do this, and then Fancy as Frogs as the last Manny Hop, I will do something that's specific for Thanksgiving as well. So stay tuned for that when I do that last little Manny Hop square. But this is what we're doing today, kind of getting good use out of my leftover strips. I haven't done that in a while, and I know those that are part of Stacy Adams, Stacy Sassy Crew Facebook group are getting geared towards use it or lose it in the new year. And so I thought I'd get a head start on that with these two. So let's get started. What I have on my nails right now, I have Color Street Nail Strengthener and Ridge Filling Nail Primer. I don't know if I'm going to buy more of these when I'm done with them because I'm not a fan of the square bottles. So there are other base and strength stuff that I have that I can use once those are all gone, but I'm kind of trying to use them all up. So that's what's on my fingers. And then the ones, some of my fingers might have one layer versus two layers. So they're kind of uneven, you can see. But the reason for that is because some of those nails are dry and like peeling. So they needed a little extra love, extra layers to get it smooth. Alright, so here we go. So if you notice my mat, and you're like, wait a minute, where did Pachaco go? Well, Pachaco had an accident. So I was making more beard oil for Panda Bear, and also I was making 2 bottles instead of 1, because Mama Carla, my sister-in-law, her significant other, also has a beard and needs some extra love on that beard, and Panda Bear was telling him about the beard oil and how well it worked, and so that's why I made 2 bottles of it. But when I was working on making that the other weekend, there was an oil spill. Which the casualties of that was the Pachaco mat, my mouse, and my keyboard. So yeah. Note to self, and note to any folks that are attempting to do anything with oils or anything liquid in that matter, try not to do it around any electronics. Yeah, that would be my advice. I'm sure those with common sense already know this, but I didn't remember how klutzy I could be. So last weekend when I was working on making my homemade soap and the beard oil, and I was running around like a mad woman, of course spills will happen in that situation. So yes. But now we've got Panda back. Panda's back with me. So Panda will be here while I do my nails, even though the real Panda, my significant other, is currently out there working on landing a new car from my mom. So they've been working at this for weeks now, ever since she got into that car accident. No casualties except for her poor RAV4 didn't make it. And so she's in the market for a new car. And so it's been a long process where Panda Bear's been helping her find the best deal on a car that she will love. And some of her stipulations were that she did not want to go out of the state to get a car, even if she can get a better deal doing so. And she wanted to be able to actually test drive, see the car in person, all that good stuff. So that's what they're doing right now. Hoping that they have good luck in finding her next love, her next car. But yes. So while they're doing that and the house is quiet, because it's only Buddha, Pops, and I hanging out, thought it would be the best time to do nails. So here we are. But yes, what has happened this week? So, most of my... Oh shoot, I didn't wait for that to drive long enough. That's okay. We're still throwing nails over it. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Before I took all of my nails off and my nail polish off, I had Mooncat, Queen of the Dead, and I had Stacy's Sparkle Sauce in TAM-ish, which is Thanks a Million-ish, for those who know Color Street's retired sets and all that. And I didn't want to take it off at all. I love that thermal polish and how it changes based on when my hands are cold or warm, and it lasted a pretty long time, so really great. But it was time to do something different, and so here we are. That is what we're doing. So trying to go with something a little lighter because it was pretty dark. And going into the holiday, my absolute favorite holiday, Thanksgiving, because my 3 favorite F's, family, food, fun, is completely embodied by Thanksgiving. And it's the only holiday that I get 2 days paid holiday off of work. So I'm going to take full advantage of the long weekend and totally make it so that I don't have to work any one of those days during that holiday weekend. Because there's a lot of home projects, personal projects that I've put off to the side because I've had so much work to do. So it's time. It is getting down to the close of the year already, and there are so many things that I want to get done before we ring in 2025. So Thanksgiving weekend's gonna be the weekend to get that stuff done, make it happen. So today, well, yesterday, spent most of the day with Mama Carla and the kiddos. We got to make good use of the tailgating games that I got for free from Influencer. The kids love playing cornhole and ladder ball, and it's a lot of fun doing that with them, so never any objections to do so. Panda Bear actually also played soccer with them, so he got to play soccer with the girls for a little bit. And Amalika's a born natural. She actually has never seen anyone play soccer, and somehow instinctively knows how to stop the ball and fake out her opponent. and dribble the ball and all of that. And so it's really just cool to see that. She's the youngest of the two sisters, and so she was able to kind of best her sister Lilith when it came to playing soccer. So they had a lot of fun, and they're like, we want to do it again next time you guys are here. And I was saying that we need to take the kiddos to the park so that there's an open field so they can really kick the ball to their heart's content. Because playing in the driveway, you know, you gotta be careful. Can't kick too hard because you don't want to kick your ball over to the neighbor's side of the fence and all of that, which did happen. It also got stuck under one of the neighbor's cars at one moment. But if you're in an open field at a park, you wouldn't have to deal with that. Of course, granted, with open fields at the park, you also have to deal with possibly not being the only one out there playing soccer, so you have to be mindful of sharing the space. But at least, you know, they can have more space to kick and run and all that good stuff related to soccer. So yeah. We were talking about, because I made the beard oil for Panda Bear and for Mama Carla's man, that next thing we wanted to tackle was to help with Allison's hair. So Allison, Mama Carla's man, has a daughter, and she has really curly hair, like curlier even than Mama Carla and Lilith and Amalika, which also they have like more wavy hair than curly hair. And so Allison has curly hair. So I asked one of my work colleagues who has really beautiful curly hair, like what she does to take care of her hair, so that we can kind of get some advice about curly hair and work on Allison's hair. And so got some good advice and good TikTok videos and products and stuff like that was recommended. So excited to help out there. But also I got into a little rabbit hole of digging through Google on best hair oils for curly hair, because if I can make a really good beard oil and a good cuticle oil, I can certainly attempt to make a good hair oil. So that is what I did this morning, besides doing laundry and making a wicked pot of coffee. Hair oil. So I'll keep you all posted on how Allison's hair does with the hair oil after she uses it for at least a month, because if people think that there is a miracle elixir with one use and it makes things better, good luck out there if that's how you think. It makes me think of Sweeney Todd, and that little boy singing about that elixir that grows hair and all of that. It's just funny. I don't know. If you guys haven't seen Sweeney Todd, the musical, or even the movie with Johnny Depp as Sweeney Todd, you probably won't know what I'm talking about. But I don't know. There's something weird about, I weirdly love that movie so much, even though it's so dark. I typically am not a fan of dark movies, but that one, I don't know why. I really it's up there in movies that I will rewatch again and again. And so yeah, Anyways, alright, so we're almost done with putting down Macaron, which I love these jellies that are like neutral color jellies. There's something absolutely beautiful about the sheerness of it, but it's not too sheer where like you see the whole nail, but you can see my nail line with these, and I actually find that it's okay with the jellies. That's kind of like the vibe. That's the look you're going for with jellies, or at least for me, that's the kind of look I'm going for. I wanted something a little more light, because when I think of being festive, I think of being lighthearted, like definitely not dark colors. Even for Christmas, the greens and the reds need to be very vibrant. Like, I don't really typically go super dark for Christmas. But because I was wearing Queen of the Dead earlier, and the last mixed mani that I did on video where I practiced my braid skills, both of those were pretty dark. So I wanted to go fairly light with this mixed mani. That's what I like about doing my own nails, is that I can change it up whenever the mood strikes. So I remember when I used to go to the nail salons, I wouldn't get my fingernails done. I wouldn't get manis. I would get pedis, only because I do like being pampered every so often and getting the callus remover treatment and all of that, so I have nice smooth feet, which I probably am due for hitting up a nail salon. So I might have to gift my sister-in-law Carla a trip to the nail salon. I feel like that would be so much fun if like she and I got to go do that while Panda Bear babysat the kiddos or something. It would be nice. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, we haven't done that in ages. I feel like the last time like we did that, I think my friend Na was part of that too. Like, we all went to the salon and got our nails done, and that was like, oh, so long ago, way so long ago. So we're overdue. We're overdue for one. But yeah, back to talking about doing my own nails. So just being able to have a creative outlet. This is like literally my zen time. Even though I'm talking to you all, whoever you are that's watching this, it's really, I'm talking to myself in a quiet room with music streamed from the Relaxed Movement on YouTube, because it's one of the only channels that I've found that have like really decent music that could be used in the background, that won't have like a copyright strike against my videos. And so I really do just kind of stick with their music most of the time, because every time I try to venture out and use different music, I get a copyright strike or whatever. It'll say copyright on the video, which it's not like I'm even like monetizing any of my videos. Most of these videos are just vlogs for myself to like look back on and go, what nails did I do that time? What was happening in my life at that time when I did that specific mixed mani? And so yeah, the music's really relaxing though for me. Music is like life. Like, I almost always have to have some kind of music going on. And I remember during the pandemic, I would literally, like, even going out in public, if I needed to go out in public, I would have my big like headphones on, my Skull Candy headphones on when I'm like at the grocery store or whatever, and have my music playing on really low so I can still hear people talking and all that, but the music itself was just soothing to have, kind of like having a soundtrack to your life, you know? And so I don't do that anymore, and I don't have to do that as much anymore, but I found that it was very calming to have the music going. Here we go. We're almost done here with Macaron. It's a beautiful color. Alright, I think I could probably get away with using the smaller one. I don't know, with my nails it's hard because sometimes I have to use the biggest, widest one. But lately I've noticed that I'm able to kind of make the second to largest one work for my nails, as long as I place them just right and stretch it out just the tiniest of bit. But my thumbs are like the worst for me to do with color straight because they curve kind of funny. So like I said, you have to kind of get it just right, which I think I almost did. You can see there's a little bit of edge I might have missed there, but nobody's going to notice that except me. Because nobody really gets that close up to the nails anyways. So yeah. Now this set I had previously opened and resealed, and still went on pretty well, although it does feel a little bit on the stiffer side, but it's also very cold here in Southern California today. And those of you in other states where you're like Southern California in the 60s, cold, haha, we're wearing shorts here. Yeah, I get it. It's not cold compared to like real cold, like in other places, like below zero cold or close to it. But for California, 60s is pretty chilly here. Although I must admit, I'm wearing my nightgown, which has like spaghetti straps and all of that. So I'm not that cold. It's just my nails feel cold. And so that, plus these were previously opened strips, would pretty much make the strips a little bit more, not plasticky per se, but stiffer so than they normally would be. So, but they still go on really great. If you've been watching me place them on, they're still going on lovely. But I wouldn't say it's going on like butter. It does need to be worked just a teensiest bit. And I don't have one of those heating pads or anything like that. I thought about getting one, but it wouldn't get that much use in my household, I guess. And so what I could do though is heat up the flaxseed bag that I got from Stacy Adams and use that to kind of apply a little bit of heat. But for now, this will do. So here we have Macaron all done. And then next we are going to use this overlay, which I've been saving these for the right occasion. Obviously not all my nails are going to have the overlay because there's not enough for that. The thumb is definitely not getting one, but I am going to do at least maybe these 3 fingers. I think I have enough to do all 3 fingers. Let's check it out and try it and see. But absolutely love this set. Yeah, the only thing with the colored overlays is sometimes if your color that you're placing it over isn't light enough, you can barely see that design with the little dots. You would have to use a really light color if you want that to stand out. Still, I ain't mad at it. I can still see it. Like, if I hold it close enough to my eyes, I could totally see it. Oh. There we go. Oh, did I say I was going to do these 3 fingers? I think I was going to do these 3 fingers. Leave the thumb and the ring finger. Leave the thumb and the ring finger alone. See if we can make this work. Yep. And of course, we are going to finish it off with Thanks a Million-ish. But let's get this on first. Buddha. My Buddha's like, let me out of this room. Silly dog. Okay. Buddha's gotten so senile that he will just poop and pee wherever he pleases around the house, which is not cool. But his poor shaky legs, his back legs, his hind legs, like, are so, like, shaky. We've been giving him these little, like, joint treats, which help a little bit, but it's, like, temporarily helps. And so, yeah, my last dog, Sabrina, she didn't get old enough where I got to see her go through this kind of suffering of old age that I'm seeing with Buddha. And it's really sad to see. But he's still with us, though. He's still kicking. My beautiful baby boy. He's an old man now. Do I want the leaves going the same direction, or do I want them going different direction? I think I want them going the same direction. Let's flip them over. I can feel my fingers like are so ice cold. Definitely need to use the flax bag on these fingers after I finish letting them cure for a bit. Or actually before, right? Are we supposed to do it before? I don't know. If you guys that are watching have that flax bag, let me know. Are we supposed to do it like right away after we've placed the nails on? Or are we supposed to wait? Or what? I think previously I've like done it right away, but I'm also putting on a liquid top coat. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it right away. I think I have to wait a little bit. Well, I don't think. I know I have to wait a little bit. Otherwise, it'll ruin the top coat. I think what I'll do is on the fingers. No, I'm leaving it alone. It looks good the way it is now. Sometimes I overthink mixed manis, like I need to add like how many layers when I really don't need to. I hope that Color Street makes more designs with these little like cutesy little dots. Like almost like an Argyle sweater. I think that's the name of the style. I like that design for some reason. I wish Color Street would come out with more of that. Alright, so here is what this looks like with Maple Moment over Macaron. And then we're going to put some Thanks a Million-ish on all the nails. And of course, Stacy Sparkle Sauce Don't Be Jealous to top it all off. I absolutely love this mix. I hope that Stacy will have more of it next fall. I'm not going to worry too much if it's not like completely smooth because I'm going to put Don't Be Jealous over all of it at the end. But see, that makes it more fall and not just Canada when you add the extra sparkles. Are you guys ready for Thanksgiving? Do you guys do like a big family dinner or Friendsgiving? Like, what are your plans for Thanksgiving? For us, Mama Carla and I have been talking menu, and we've been actually planning not only Thanksgiving, but Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. Because we want to make sure that whatever we're cooking for Thanksgiving, we're not doing any repeats. We're trying to have as much variety as we can for the 3 holidays, but also make sure that we accommodate for what the kiddos want to eat, because, you know, really the holidays are for the kiddos. But for Thanksgiving, I'm making a charcuterie board. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but there's been all these little awesome pictures floating around Facebook and Pinterest of these charcuterie boards that look like they're shaped like turkeys. And so I'm totally going to be doing that, but with mostly ingredients for what I know the kiddos will eat. But I'm making my own little cheese ball. So I've been looking up cheese ball recipes. And then instead of like the normal crackers, I've got the big Cheez-Its. And we're going to have dried salami, ham, cheddar, and Monterey Jack cheeses, because that's what the kids will eat. Alright, so that's what Thanks a Million-ish on. and we'll let that dry for a little bit as I talk about the rest of the menu. But I'm also making stuffing from scratch. So I'm going to be baking some white bread or maybe some sourdough bread. I don't know yet. I haven't fully decided. Or maybe both. I might make a couple loaves of bread, slice it up, let it get stale so that we can use it for stuffing. So I'll be making stuffing from scratch, as well as gravy from scratch. And so those are the things I'm responsible for Thanksgiving. And then Mama Carla's got the rest. And I can't remember everything that she's planning to make, but her food is so good. And because we have enough people this year, our family's gotten larger. So she plans on making a whole turkey in the oven, which is very ambitious because her oven at the house is very fickle. But I made sure to get her a food thermometer as well as an oven thermometer, so she's able to keep track of like the temperature in the oven and for her food, so that we can ensure that we don't have any undercooked turkey, but also no overcooked turkey, because who wants dry turkey? Nobody. So yeah, got that. And I also found this really awesome platter for the charcuterie board. So on one side, it is like shaped so that you can have like eggs or deviled eggs. And then on the other side, it's flat and it's a round board that you can use for charcuterie and like deviled eggs, as I mentioned. And so we're not having deviled eggs for Thanksgiving, but we are having it for New Year's Eve. So that board is going to get a lot of use, because for Thanksgiving, we'll have the little turkey charcuterie board. Not sure what we're doing for Christmas yet, but I'll probably do something similar. Maybe in the shape of a Christmas tree? I don't know. Haven't thought it through yet, but we'll make good use of that board and justify buying it. But yeah, I'm super excited. Again, Thanksgiving is my absolute favorite holiday because it embodies my 3 favorite F's: family, food, and fun. And I know I'm a week early to do Thanksgiving nails, but that's okay. I'm going to do Thanksgiving nails this week, and I'll do Thanksgiving nails again next weekend in preparation for actual Thanksgiving. Have you guys looked through all the Black Friday sales? Like, so many shopping areas or stores are doing Black Friday way early because Thanksgiving's so late this year. But I haven't really bought anything as far as Black Friday sales as of yet. But Panda Bear and I did get some new Nike shoes, which I'll probably post a picture of my pair of shoes when I start wearing them. But here we go. This is the final look. I'm loving it. I think it's very subtle. I don't think the camera's doing it justice. I think you can see it better in person. But I love it. What do you guys think? Comment below if you watch all the way through to this and you can't think of a comment. You can easily comment with maple leaf, only because, again, I'm using maple leaves, the maple moment. It's Canada set, but it works for feeling festive, in my opinion. I mean, glitter in itself already makes it feel festive. And macarons, the name of it makes me think of going to a party and eating cute little macaron cookies. So, my interpretation, that's what we're going for. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time. Peace.